Today we will analyze a poem The Sick Rose by William Blake, an English poet and painter of later 18th century and early 19th century. The poem first appears in Blake's Songs of Innocence. The poem makes us remember that the poet believed in the two contrary sides of human soul, innocence and experience. The poem is not just about the sick flower and a flying worm, but it is also about the violence and sex issues in the society that were displayed in movies, in TV shows, and in video games. It's mean that poem is discussing the darker side of human soul along with the innocence of human soul. So let's start the line by line analysis of the poem, The Sick Rose.
The sick rose is not just about a rose that's losing its color, it's about a worm that drapes the rose and destroys it with its dark, secret love. Worm is sometimes used as a symbol of the devil. So, friends, let's start the poem. O rose, thou art sick, the invisible worm that flies in the night, in the howling storm, has found out thy bed of crimson joy, and his dark secret love does thy life destroy. So, friends, Blake opens the poem with an apostrophe to the rose by addressing it, O rose. O rose, thou art sick, ए गुलाब के फूल तुम बीमार हो. Its mean poet is mourning on the physical or mental illness of the rose. Here a clear use of symbolism can be seen that the world was so lovely, beautiful and full of meaning and romance, and now just like rose, it is now sick or decaying or dying. This movement from loveliness to the sickness is due to corruption of human soul or the corruption of society. Then, in the rest of the stanza, Blake tells the cause of the sickness or decaying, that the invisible worm that flies in the night, in the howling storm, दर्दनाक तूफान में शोर मचाते हुए तूफान में howling means one that howls or one that cries, शोर मचाते हुए तूफान में. These lines create our associations with some type of fears like darkness, evil, or death by talking about worm, its invisibility, the night, and the storm that's howling. And then this worm sticks to the rose and penetrates into the heart of the rose. This shows how evil was penetrated deeply into a human soul or in the world and harmed its beauty. And then in the second stanza, poet tells that what the worm has done after getting space into the rose, into the heart of the rose. Blake says, has found out thy bed. It's mean that worm has discovered the rose so deeply that it has reached on his bed. This line has two meanings. One, that worm found out the bed of the rose, and the second leads to the marriage. That worm has uncovered the soul of the rose and even reached to his bed. Then Blake speaks of crimson joy, means very dark, red colored or deep love the worm has made with rose, that now it will never leave this rose and lead it to the death. And his dark secret love does thy life destroy. The way in which worm penetrates into the rose and reached the bed of rose of crimson joy, maybe the bed of petals of the rose, suggests that it is infecting rose. The love in this poem is dark and secret. It is associated with a destructive or violent act of sexual intercourse, but not quite synonyms with rape. The rose, an almost universal symbol of love, is sick, and the reason is a worm's love, because the worm manages his way into the rose's bed, which suggests some kind of sexual act, and this dark secret love kills the rose. Here, a worm A worm doesn't literally possess any love, so this is an example of personification where human characteristics or emotions of love are attributed to non-human thing, worm. And in the end, the Sikh rose bears a deeper meaning. The rose stands for innocence, for purity, love, and beauty. The worm, on the other hand, is the symbol of experience, evil, jealousy, and selfishness. The deadly bite of evil makes the love sick. Innocence is destroyed by experience, and beauty by jealousy. And so was the case with Adam and Eve, the first men. Their innocence was spoiled by Satan's evil devices. So friends, tata, bye bye, take care, and see you in the next video.